Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liz and welcome to my channel. So this video is just going to be regular girl talk, just chatty, gossiping, chismeando about me and my life and what has happened recently. And yes girl, the title is not clickbait. I did crash my car into my mom's limon tree, but luckily the car is okay. The limon tree, I think it's okay, hopefully, and I'm okay. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna be doing my regular date night look, which there haven't been many of those lately, girl, because you know, for obvious reasons. But let's get into the video. So I have quite a few palettes, but my go-to for everyday makeup or for going out or date night or just when I'm trying to do something quick is the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original palette. The formula and the way they blend and the shades, excuse her because she's a little dirty, but I don't know, everything's just so good in this palette. I love it. So okay, now for tea time. Girl, I know I am not the best driver out there. I can be a little aggressive, but so let me start by giving y'all a little backstory on how my day started that day. So I was gonna go to H-E-B, so I told my mom like, hey, you know, I'm leaving, do you want anything from the store? She's like, no, I think I'm gonna try and take a nap or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I went to H-E-B, got everything that I needed from H-E-B. Also, I hope the lighting doesn't get too weird in this video because I am filming it at like 6:30 p.m. and the sun might set on me, but anyways. Alright, so yeah, so I was gonna go to H-E-B and I did go to H-E-B. But girl, it is freaking hot as a mother effer out here in Texas. And so my car had been sitting outside for a while because I hadn't really been using much because of, you know, quarantine vibes. So it would get freaking hot, and especially because I don't park it in the garage, I have to park it out right outside. So every time I would go in there, it'd be like, oh my god, it'd almost be like a suffocating heat because it would be so hot. Well, also granted, it had been sitting out for a couple of days because it had been a while since I didn't move it. So whenever I would go, it would obviously be like freaking hot outside. So I'm like, you know what? So then I started parking it. So the way where I park around my parents' house is they have a big ass like bitter orange tree, right? And it's tall enough to where I can get the shade from that tree, so I can park like at an angle under that bitter orange tree but right next to the lime tree. And they're not just any limes, they are Meyer lemons. So they're a little bit sweeter than lemons and definitely a lot more sweeter than limes. And girl, if you are Mexican, you know that limes or limones or whatever are a staple in the household. Girl, you already know they are. They're just a staple. Like, you have to always have. There's a few staple items in a Mexican household. Like, I'm talking about produce wise. Like, of course, the limon, the chiles, the serrano peppers, the tomatoes, cebolla, garlic, right? And freaking lime, because lime, you can use it whenever you're running out of hair gel. You could just spray some lime on your hair. You could use it with your beers, given margaritas, mixed drinks, just trying to sprinkle some lime on your chips. You can do that too. So just, you know, it's just a staple, right? So of course we have a lime tree, right? Okay, so that's where I'm trying to kind of explain to y'all the layout of where I park my car so I can get shade over my car, so that way it won't be so suffocating inside my car whenever I do get inside to go drive my car, right? Okay, so I get my little happy ass down to H-E-B, get my groceries, get whatever I was getting. I don't even remember what I was buying. So I come home, right? And then, so y'all remember my mom was all like, oh, you know, I'm gonna take a nap, I'm gonna lay down for a nap. But then when I get home, I see her out there like regando las plantas and like chismeando with like the comadre, or like I don't know who she was talking to. So I like saw my mom. I was gonna be like, oh, I thought, you know, I was like thinking like, oh, this girl, she told me she was gonna go take a nap, then come home, and she's like, she's me on the phone, like typical, right? So I come home, I park my car in the little diagonal between the orange tree shade and the limon tree. Well, I thought I parked my car. So when you're right, like I thought I put the car in park. Girl, I don't even know what happened, but I turned around, reached back to get the groceries, and bitch, the car started moving. So I'm like, oh my god, and then I was like, oh my god, like what's going on? Because all of a sudden I see like these green like ramas like in my face, and I'm like, not in my face but in the windshield, and I was like, oh my god, like what's going on? And it took me like a second to process what was happening, but I was like, I just saw like a bunch of green like ramas, and I was like, oh my god, girl, I was like, I said the limon tree. I was like, so when I realized what I was doing, I like backed the heck up, like I backed up, and then I was like, and then my mom, guys, my mom, right, too, she was out there like on the phone, but like regando las plantas, right? So she was outside watching everything go down, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, did I like black out? Like, why didn't I put my car in park? Like, that has never happened to me. Like, bitch, I was like, oh my god. And then I was thinking like, oh my god, the limon tree, like we are not gonna have any limones. Like my parents are gonna disown me because I killed our limon tree, right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, the limon tree. I was like, our fruit of the loom. I'm just kidding. But you know, I was like, bitch, I was like, oh my god. And then like I finally reversed out of the limon tree, and ¿cómo se dice? And then like I ran out of the car, like my heart was racing so bad because I scared the shit out of myself. My heart was racing. I ran over to mom. I was like, oh my god, mom, I don't even know what happened, and blah blah blah, like. And then, but you know, like I don't know if y'all's moms would do this or growing up, or maybe they still do it now, but girl, they'd be on the phone and then something, you know, like an emergency is going on in the background, and like you need your mom's attention, but she's still wanting to be on the phone but also talk to you at the same time. So she's all like, did your moms do that growing up? Because girl, instead of being like, okay, can you please hold, or whatever, or be like, oh my, like let me call you back or whatever, no, they like still want to carry on both conversations. I'm like, girl, did you just not see that I almost wrecked my car into the limon tree, and then you're still wanting to talk on the phone? But I was like, oh my god, I backed up and I was like, girl, like what the heck happened? Like I don't even know what happened to this day. I was like, I don't know if I thought I put my car in a park and I really didn't, or if I just put it in neutral and I thought I put it in park, or if I just hit the brakes and I thought I put it in park. But oh my god. Okay, so I know what y'all are all asking for, thinking, or like, okay Liz, like what happened with the limon tree? Let me get to that. Okay, so the limon tree, he'll survive, I think, but because my tire, okay, so let me show y'all. This is a limon tree. My tire was like this close to the root of the limon tree, like not the root, is that what you still call it whenever it's like not a full ass tree but it's like not a bush? Yeah, know what I mean, the root. It was like this close, like my tire marks were like super close to the limon tree, but still I'm like, plants have feelings, like I hurt his feelings, I scared him, what if he doesn't want to give any limones? But you know, my mom, she's like, no, like it'll be fine, it'll still give limes. But and yeah, the whole time my mom, she was still carrying on a conversation on the phone. I was like, mom, don't you see I'm scared? But yeah, that's the story. So please make sure to put y'all's cars in park, especially if you're gonna be parking your car around the fruit trees. So yeah, a little tip, you know, just make sure you put y'all's car in park. Y'all don't want to be like me and be the reason why your family is not gonna have limones, you know. So girl, just put the car in park it, baby girl, it'll be fine. But yeah, that is the tea of what happened to me last week, and I just wanted to share. But honestly, since then, since that crazy incident, there hasn't been really any tea. My life is not that hasn't been super exciting recently, or not exciting, I should say, eventful, you know. I wanted to try a different style video. So if this makeup look is not my strongest, it's because I have never done makeup and like just talked, you know, like I've never done a get ready with me, honestly. Oh my gosh. Okay, but let's talk about the beauty community. Girl, they are so messy. How many of y'all were shocked? How many of y'all, first of all, how many of y'all actually watch the beauty community? Like the big players in the beauty community? And do y'all watch tea videos or drama channels? Especially like Peter Mon. He is my favorite drama channel or drama commentary channel out there. Like, he's just my favorite. I love watching his videos, you know. And I also like how he is like pretty funny and he makes like lighthearted videos, but I like how he also just gives his opinions, and he really comes prepared with his opinions, whether he actually prepares to give his opinions or not, or he's just that talented at just speaking and saying what's on his mind, because I know some people are just naturally gifted with words like that, and especially on camera. Because if y'all have never tried to make a video of yourself talking to a camera, try it. But yeah, so what do y'all think about, anyways, now let me get to the point. What do y'all think about all the tea videos who were claiming or sharing their stories about Jeffree Star's payroll? Now let me tell y'all what I think. So at first I was kind of like with Sanders Kennedy's view on the payroll. I was kind of like, yeah, he's right, like Jeffree Star's payroll, like, or I'm assuming his like assistants or whatever, who those are the people that are actually on his payroll. But then I watched Ashley Kyle's video, and I think there's a better word for payroll out there to describe what Jeffree Star is doing. I'm trying to find the right words to say this, but I think he's buying these, I shouldn't say buy, because they say they claim that they don't receive anything from Jeffree Star, and which, if that's what they say, then I have no reason not to believe them, right? Because I don't know them. I don't know Jeffree Star personally. I don't know none of these people personally, so I don't know, right, if what they say is true or not. So going based off of what they say, because like I said, I don't know. So they claim they don't receive any money or any gifts from Jeffree, which I'm like, okay, that's cool. But they do receive inside information from Jeffree that they can use to their advantage. And we've all seen, if you haven't seen it, you can go watch Ashley Kyle's video, and she said how much money she made in Dramageddon 1. Or 2, I mean. That's with the whole Tati and James fallout. And if y'all haven't watched Ashley Kyle's video and y'all don't want to, I'll just say she made like about 30 grand in 1 month off of the millions of views that she got on her Tati and James tea videos. Which, yeah, that is a lot of money, because that is what some people, if not more than what people make annually. And so of course that's not really anyone's business, I guess. So, but she wanted to be transparent. She wanted to be putting it all out there. But the way that Jeffree Star comes off in these text to her, it's like very obvious that he's like I said, I don't know these people, so, but just from what I've seen, he's coming off as someone who clearly wants to, what's the word, gossip, and which is fine. Like, everyone does gossip. That's why there's these tea spill channels, whatever, because that's what they do. They gossip, they talk about this. TMZ does, People Magazine, all the tabloids, like, you know, they gossip, like, what are people saying about, like, so and so, you know, like, everyone does that. But it came off in a weirdly manipulative way that I didn't like, and I just thought it was just very weird. Just how snaky he came off, you know, kind of like that one Thea who just wants to get the chisme from you, but she asks you in like these weird ways, you know what I mean, to just try and get the chisme without directly asking you like the chisme. You know, she'll ask in these weird ways, and he wasn't even asking any questions. He was just like making like these weird comments, you know, like these weird comments with a double-edged sword, I would say. Like, oh, you didn't know James got a Brazilian butt lift? Did you ever wonder why he was MIA from social media for a month? Kind of like weird, like he would make weird comments like that. And also, who cares? Like, why is that anything embarrassing to James? Which James should not be embarrassed. If he got a BBL, then he got a BBL, you know. What's not right is if you lie about it and be like, no, like, this is all natural, whatever. Like, if you say you got a BBL, like, just say you got a BBL. Like, who cares, you know? But that is my thought. Okay. So these are just my scrambled thoughts. This is not, I'm not a tea channel. I'm just some girl that is probably way too involved with the beauty community, and normally I talk to my best friend about this, but I have not talked to my best friend, so I cannot. So I'm just gonna spill the tea with you guys, and by you guys I mean she's probably watching this too. It just came off like really sneaky and just really weird. And then people have been speculating for a while. People I mean like regular YouTube viewers have been speculating, like, oh, like they would call out Nick Snyder and Rich Lux for being on supposedly Jeffree Star's payroll. But now, whenever there's these rumors or speculations out there, I'm starting to believe that there may be some truth in what people speculate or people think. You know what I mean? Because, and you know, like Peter Mon says, it's just hearsay, but I'm starting to think like there are actually maybe some speculation about these things, like, you know, like, I don't know. That's my thoughts from all this, is maybe there are like some truth to these speculations that people make, but honestly they can just be speculations or just be straight up rumors, which is not cute either. What are y'all's thoughts? I think I don't know. So I liked Sanders Kennedy's take on this. He just said he has a very, kind of like he said, he's not friends with Jeffree Star. He just reaches out to him whenever he wants to ask a statement, and if Jeffree Star responds, then he can, but if he doesn't, then he won't, you know. I know Jeffree Star is not the only one who reaches out to drama channels to try and get their point across, or to try and take a jab at somebody else, you know. Okay, yeah, so I don't know, I'm sure there's other beauty or just those big name brand YouTubers like Gabby Hanna, who's over here crying a river because she's apparently been shadow banned by YouTube. girl, this sun did not come to play, and these lashes need to dry. And these tweezers are pissing me off. This is what it's really like when I get ready behind the scenes. And then my cat, she's purring up a storm down here. I don't know what has gotten into it, and I also don't know how much of this I'm gonna leave in the video, but this is a real me. Just kidding. Yes, I am a mess. If you have not, you probably haven't noticed, because I like cut a lot of this out, because I'm like, I need to be like prim and proper on YouTube. But then another part of me is like, fuck it, I'm getting like no views anyway. So I'm like, let me just say what I have to say and do what I have to do, you know? So the sunlight is slowly leaving the chat, so. But anyway, so I know my thoughts earlier were like all over the place, so what I think about the whole payroll, since no one asked, you know? But I'm still gonna give it anyway. I think payroll is just like used as like a joke term, like, oh haha, I'm not on this payroll, blah blah blah. But when you know you're receiving insider information, what I mean by that is obviously this is not that serious, like, oh, insider information, oh, like, you know, inside secrets or trade secrets, you know, it's not that deep. But what I mean by that is, like, yeah, you may not be on his like ADP payroll, you know what I mean, but you're still receiving some information from him, and this is obviously information that Jeffree Star or Gabby Hanna or Manny MUA or James Charles, they obviously just are telling you at their own convenience. And I'm not talking about getting their statement on. What I'm talking about is getting hearsay information from them and them giving it to you, knowing or hoping that you're going to put it in a video and just make this other person that they don't like look bad. You know, that is not right. That is what I think payroll means. You know, these are just my thoughts, just girl talk, getting ready with me to go nowhere, to go to the bathroom to take this makeup off. But yeah, this is a typical everyday date night routine. Not routine, but just something simple. Bold lip, neutral eye look. I pulled my hair back in a high bun because this is third day hair and my hair is like a little gross right now, so I'm gonna have to wash my hair tonight. But yeah, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. This video was like really different than my normal videos, but this just felt like more relaxed, and like I said, I just wanted to talk and just have girl talk, you know what I mean? Like, nothing serious, nothing crazy, nothing too deep, just girl talk, the typical talk that I would probably have like with my best friend or with girlfriends, you know. Comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are on everything that has been going down in the beauty community. Do you think something bigger is do you think this is a calm before the storm? Or do you think like this is just like regular? But I don't know, I kind of think it is a calm before the storm, but I'm not sure. I feel like I'm not psychic like that, you know. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.